Okay, if you guys saw this picture, I think most of you would say the same thing about what this is. So be thinking right now, what do you think this is? If I said, describe this to me, tell me what this is, give this a name, what is it? I think most of you would say it is a bar graph. Okay, it's got bars, and it's graphing things. All right? But the reason for a bar graph is to give information. And if I said, okay, tell me what kind of information this is giving. What are some things that it's missing? How does a bar graph usually give information? Is kind of what I want to think about right now. I see that green has the most. It's really, really high right here. Green has the most. Looks like orange has the least. And then blue and red and yellow are somewhere in the middle. I see these lines over here, but what do these lines mean? Do they mean 1? Do they mean 2? Do they mean 1,000 each? What is red? What is yellow? What is green? What is orange? What is blue? Okay. These things might be things that you take for granted because when you see a bar graph, that information is usually given. Right now, I can give some information. I can tell you that green is the most, orange is the least, and that these are in the middle. But that's about it. There's really nothing else I can tell you about this. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they mean. Okay? Hopefully, when you see a bar graph, it looks like this. Okay? Tells you right away, oh, it's a bar graph, which you can usually see. It tells me right away, oh, students' favorite colors. Wonderful. Well, here's red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. That's good. Okay? And then it says, oh yes, look, a bar graph is used to compare data. It's telling me that yellow is the favorite color because it's got the most. Red is the least favorite color because it's got the least. And here we have orange, green, and blue somewhere in the middle. Now, this tells me the colors down here. And this tells me the number of students. That's how you set up a bar graph. You put your information labeled down here. You need to label it red, orange, and yellow, because as you can see here, we've got the same colors, red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, but I have no idea what they mean. There's no information down here. So this is where you put your information. And on the side, it tells the number of students. Okay, so again, what am I trying to find out here? The number of colors and how many goes on the side. So again, and I don't know what these are. These are just lines. Over here it actually tells me, well, this line right here is 2. This line right here is 4, 6, 8. So that means the one in between is probably 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? I can look at this and say, how many students like yellow? Well, we can look at it, draw this line over here. Oh, look, between 14 and 16, so that means 15 students like yellow. How many students like red? Oh, looks like it's at 7. Okay? Again, these are bar graphs. They give you that information. And you think about, you need to tell people, this is what's called the title of the bar graph. What is it doing? It's telling me students' favorite colors. On the bottom, you need to give the information to say, these are the colors, and then even give the colors. Okay? And over here, number of students. All right, let me show you another one real quick. So here's another bar graph. Again, look at what we have. We have the title of the bar graph, scores on a fractions test, and they're testing two things, with preparation and without preparation. All right? They have the information down here. It's students, and then we have each student's name. Okay? So they give us that information. Then they give us the scores, or the numbers over here. Now, I want you to notice something about this bar graph compared to this bar graph. Okay? Look at how our numbers go up here. Our numbers go up one tick at a time. If we're looking over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It starts at 0 and goes to 1, then goes to 2. This one doesn't have anything down here, and it starts at 40. Which is perfectly okay. And then each tick goes up 10, which is also perfectly okay, as long as you tell me that by actually putting the numbers over here. All right. So again, we have the title, we have the scores, and we have the students. Okay, remember our information goes on the bottom and our numbers go on the side. All right, and again, it's okay that they go up by 10 at a time. That is perfectly okay. So most of them, as you can see, like if I wanted to look at Carla without preparation, Carla scored a 60. But if I wanted to look at how much Carla scored with preparation, look at this one, it's now in between 70 and 80. And it's about halfway in between 70 and 80. So we can assume that that's maybe a 74 or a 75. Okay? So that's the kind of information you need on bar graphs. You need a title to tell people what you're telling them about. You put your information on the bottom, and you put your numbers or scores or whatever you're charting on the side. And again, you can choose whether you want them to go up by 1 at a time or 10 at a time or 5 at a time. That's fine. Okay? All right, so bar graphs. Again, bar graphs are just like pictographs, that they're just there to give you more information all at one time. All right? That's what a bar graph is for. It's just made into a bar instead of a picture like a pictograph is.